south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and they're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now they'll throw with Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They hand it off to Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, finds a seam inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you take a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Wentz is going to keep it. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. We're scoreless after 1. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Lance now to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 76 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz will give to Taylor on the draw. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Running the counter with Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Lance going to throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's got room. 20. 5. Touchdown. 49ers. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wentz.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Here's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Lance.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here's Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and goal. Lance. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Gold with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Here's Rodgers to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much.
And it will be intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm,
and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Wentz going to try and throw on third.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Wentz. Pascal able to haul that one in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. On play action, it's Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Wentz to throw again. That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown Colts. Jack Doyle. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. Wentz going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Lance looking to throw it.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Mostert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Behind the chain, second and 12. Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They begin the drive with Hines. A solid stiff arm. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, Wentz throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now the 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, it's Hines. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4. Wentz eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it's 3rd down. Wentz. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
First down, Colts.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. The toss here completed to Pittman. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And down to the 20.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Now Wentz on third down. Taken in by the tight end Doyle.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Pascal.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Taken in by Pascal out left. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. Wentz now on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Colts.
Michael Pittman.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he stopped immediately there.
Julian Blackman on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a preview. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because